How long gone? Them jeans, Chris Breezy. What is going on? Thursday morning. You're listening to this Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm turned up, Chris. What's up?
I wish I was turned up, but I kind of had a rough night last night.
Okay. This is, you've been learning the gift of misdirection from me over the years. And I think I can't tell if you're being serious or if this is a setup to another great CB joke. What's going on? Did a family member perish in a fire?
No. I was downtown, kind of on my late night.
Already, I'm sorry, because that sucks.
I had to. Well, I was in the studio kind of late, and I was leaving. And I saw. Mm-hmm. I saw a group of SUVs idling outside of the Soho warehouse.
So you were across the street trying to get something at Maru, and they're not open at 3 a.m.
No, they weren't open, and I was done at the studio for the night. I was trying to leave, but then I saw this gang of SUVs outside.
Okay,
and I realized that rapper Kanye West was hanging out downtown LA, just on the street in front of the Soho warehouse.
His name is Ye, but
I'm
continue.
sorry.
That's like a crazy celeb.
It's crazy
thing to see.
Crazy.
So it's like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Who are you in the studio with?
Don't worry about that. But I just okay. Pop out.
So you probably laid some. You're feeling high, and you're like, this is the sound of you rubbing your eyes together. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Is that Ye?
I mean, that's Ye, right? So I see Ye. I see, I know it's him because he's wearing those Red Wing boots, the real ugly ones. And
yeah.
So I approach him, and I want him to sign my iPhone because I kind of keep a silver Sharpie on the tuck, just in case things like this happen. And he punched me, bro, and I fell down. Like, he punched me hard enough for me to fall down. And Hunter's I've been pushing 2 plates, so I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Right.
Like, I'll bust your ass, bro. Like, I'm not afraid to bust your ass.
Chris is ready to scrap.
But then, Jason, I thought about something more important, and that's money.
I was just gonna say this. I think Kanye's got a lot of cash. You could settle out of court.
He has a lot of cash. So I called Mike McCoy, my attorney at law, and he's like, no problem, we can run this up. So now the police is investigating. I didn't want to get 12 involved, obviously, but when it's something this high profile, it's you don't really have much of a choice. I think Soho House called them, to be honest, and that's why I'm not a member there.
You hate to be the one to call, but sometimes
I hate to be the one. So it's kind of, my chest is like a little bit sore because he didn't punch me in the face because he's a pussy.
So he did a chest punch.
He did a chest punch. I think he was just trying to knock me to the ground. I don't think he's really a scrapper. You know what I mean? I don't. Are
you sure it wasn't like a endearing bro chest punch? Like,
no.
Damn, there go Chris Black.
There's a lot of it's
bro?
weird because we have a lot of friends in common, and he knows that I obviously I'm not rocking Yeezys, but I respect the hustle, and
so because of that, this must have rattled you.
It rattled me, exactly. I don't have any history with Julia Fox. Never met her. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm not even wearing any Balenci. Like, we're not in the same outfit.
I don't think that you're telling me the whole story because sure, Kanye, he's going through a breakup, he's going through a divorce, he's out here tricking off, but this seems like behavior that wouldn't just happen out of the blue,
Jason,
unprompted. What's the word for it? Premeditated. Premeditated is the. So I don't want to. I know that you have 5 years of sobriety under the belt, right?
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I was under the influence of nothing but water in a glass bottle.
Okay, well that's okay. But is it a violation of your sobriety to sell drugs?
No, I was not. No.
Because
no.
I've heard rumors that Kanye West is doing quote unquote dog food.
I didn't bring any kibbles and bits to Soho Warehouse. Okay,
because this feels like 3 a.m. SUV on the street.
No, bro,
it's got all the makings of a drug deal gone bad.
No, I would never sell H to a celebrity that's asking for problems.
Okay.
I'm sure he has his own plug. I'm merely a fan looking for an autograph. I didn't have my autograph book on me because I left it at home.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I had the silver Sharpie, I was ready for the iPhone, and he just wasn't having it. But Jason, let me tell you something. I know this facts only, for better or worse, heroin, as good as it makes you feel, it also makes you a little irritable.
You get a little cranky?
You get a little cranky, and I think Ye was a little cranky. He'd been mobbing with Madonna. He'd had to read the menu to Floyd Mayweather because he obviously can't read.
You imagine having to hang out with Madonna and Floyd Mayweather not on heroin? He's over here. He's looking at his phone, or one of his phones. He's got a phone that's not out yet that Elon lets him hold. And he is like, my fucking dog food distribution center is not texting me back. I don't care if it's 3 a.m. on a Wednesday. Baby need his bottle or else something's going to happen. And then it was a classic wrong place, wrong time for you, Chris.
Exactly. So not only did
it could have been anyone.
I didn't get the autograph. I have chest pains. And, you know, obviously Mike feels like we have a good case, but it's to be determined. I've never sued anyone in the state of California. So it's going to be, hopefully he can just settle out of court.
Yeah. I would file in Montana, catch him off guard.
I'm going to try to go for cash, obviously, but since you're kind of my business partner and I want you to benefit from this as well, I'm looking into the third off the line Cybertruck. That he does have in Calabasas, and that would be like a little gift for you. And I'd prefer if you didn't sell it. You know what I mean? Don't, No,
I'll wait the 16 months before I sell it.
Well, I mean, look, I understand that some of those Armenian guys are going to offer you a lot of money when you're at the coffee shop in Glendale for that car.
Yeah, but I can't even drive it around because they don't really. When you say offer you money, it's that's kind of in air quotes. It's more.
We're gonna take.
It's more of a yeah. It's a little bit more of just a kind of a straightaway stealing, but and because of that, and because I am your business partner, and you go to court against Kanye West, I go to court with you, and that explains why. I mean, you're probably wondering why I kind of had that white foam rubber neck brace on the Zoom call right now.
Yes, okay.
I have experienced some injuries because of this, physical and emotional trauma.
Oh, the whiplash I'm experiencing right now, it was affecting my bench press, and that's kind of something I don't really mess around with that stuff, Jason. You know that. I don't really mess around with that.
Put a price on that.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little weird, but I'm happy to be podcasting and kind of having this outlet to discuss this with you. And I know my lawyer said don't do this, don't talk about it, but I think we need to have representation for males that have been attacked.
Kanye West squaring up with Chris Black at 3 a.m. was not on my 2020 bingo card.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, but I'm glad I could. You're kind of the first person I've told.
By the time this episode comes out, it'll be all over the Daily Mail and shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're keeping my name out of it for now, but I think we can only do that for
it's a matter of time. Yeah,
so long. Exactly.
There's a lot of snakes in the grass. I feel like everything I've said about this could be in the name of a Kanye West song on Donda 2. Yeah. Snakes in the Grass featuring J. Cole.
Snakes in the Grass on Donda 2. Moneybagg Yo versus goes crazy. You gotta wait on that. You gotta wait on that. But yeah, I'm feeling a little weird. It's also a little overcast today, but the temps are warm, so I'm bouncing back. I've got my good patch B12 on. I'm ready to fucking podcast.
Yeah, I just hit the gym, but I'm also turned up and excited for you because Harry Styles is headlining Coachella. This could be the first time.
Look.
We get a black cella.
I'm not happy about this.
Chris touching down in India.
I'm not happy about this, but I feel like the content opportunity is too great to turn down. And I also think that I'm going to text Harry and see what the artist pass situation is.
Harry who?
Styles. Harold Stylish is his full name. I want to.
Oh, that's like a Pete Holmes joke. Interesting.
I want to. I'm not Christian. I want to. I would hope that we could maybe get a sponsor for the chopper down to Indio. I don't know if that's something that you could maybe ask AOP or Diplo about, but or maybe we have new connections. I don't know. I've never really done this.
I mean, right now my best plug for that is kind of like Amtrak vibes, more so. A lot of people sleep. A lot of people take the car over to Palm Springs.
The car meaning the train car, or do you mean
no, just car, just your 2017 Prius. A lot of people just take car there. They don't know that you can go on Amtrak. Business class. Don't sleep on business class. So
you and I, we're going to Boston for a meeting with Converse. We're taking the Amtrak train from Los Angeles to Palm Springs to see Harry Styles at Coachella. And I want to make sure though. I mean, because like I said, I've never been, and I feel like you've been a lot, obviously, as a musician and popular EDM artist.
Yeah.
What's the like you if I were to be seen at Coachella without an artist pass, that would be considered career and social suicide, correct?
I mean, obviously, like the people who, the celebs, whatever, the Kylies, the Kendalls, the whatever you call it, they'll go out into general population, to make the rounds and to have people take pictures of them and have everyone freak out. There's security there or whatever. But, that's, you got 5 minutes of that for.
Yeah, I like to
weekend.
see, I like for people to freak out and like realize that I'm a human being and that I actually exist and I'm not just like a beautiful figment from social media.
Get close enough to smell
exactly,
you.
Exactly.
Stuff like that.
But you're saying, so you go out but that's just for fun. You're really backstage on the golf carts, drinking the 818, rubbing elbows with your fellow artists and celebrities.
Yeah. And then, with the Coachella, they sort of, they don't have the little sticker or the laminate. Like, I feel like they really kind of perfected the wristband
with like the chip
hierarchy system.
But I thought I already had a chip from the vaccine. Is this a different chip?
Well, did you get Pfizer or Goldenvoice?
God damn it. I got the Goldenvoice vaccine so I can go to Coachella. Once I found out Harry Styles was headlining, I drove down to CVS and I'm like, yeah, I know, I've got it, but give me the Goldenvoice. I need a double shot right now. I'm not missing
Everyone, all the Nike employees listening right now are like, damn, bro, this sucks. I got the fucking Goldenvoice vaccine.
I've got 12 pairs of Air Force Ones crispy, but I don't even have the Goldenvoice vaccine. Damn, that's really funny.
This is a fun little satirical jokey bit, but I could see that happening. I could see Goldenvoice one day in the not so distant dystopian future creating its own branded vaccination that you have to take in order to gain access into these worlds of art and culture. I
love art, culture, but more importantly commerce. And that is what these crooked drug companies are in the business of, much like Goldenvoice. We do have a guest today, Jason, a musician, Kacy Hill, who actually lives in LA.
Yeah, fellow gym bro.
Yeah, she really gets it in.
Her and I go to the same gym, and I see her there every once in a while. She's obviously, doing some like very impressive weightlifting, and I'm like playing around with my little rubber bands and fixing my headphones.
No, she's an incredible lifter. She's got a beautiful voice. She has a new record coming out soon, Simple, Sweet, and Smiling. But she's been featured on everyone from Travis Scott and Cashmere Cat to, Bon Iver and friend of the show, Jim E. Stack.
Yeah, the great Jimmy Stack was on our episode or our podcast. Maybe it was probably like a year ago, and I remember he talked about like the Dust Bowl for a long time.
Yes, he did,
and that was cool. And hopefully they are still a partner and still together. Otherwise, this introduction might be a little uncomfortable. But we're all adults here, right?
But she's from Phoenix, which there's a lot to unpack there. That's a weird place to be from.
I'm glad she got out.
I'm glad she got out.
Well, let's give Kacy Hill a zoomie, and we'll get to the bottom of all of this.
We'll get to the bottom of it.
What up?
We're recording now. Kacy Hill, thank you for joining us on How Long Gone. What the hell is going on?
I mean, not much is going on. I'm sitting in bed with a heating pad on my legs.
Oh, no. Is that because you're cold, or is this a medical issue?
It's not medical. I just I love, if I'm at home, I need to have a heating pad on me till my skin is kind of singed.
Yeah, this is a common trend among women, Jason. This isn't the first time I've heard about this kind of behavior.
Not all women. My chick do it too. But when you take the shower, is the shower water temperature fucked up level hot?
No, I'm not a psycho. That'll give you dry skin.
Oh, I'm not a psycho. I can't stay in my house unless I have a heating pad burning my skin at all moments. I'm not a fucking psycho. Crazy. I don't take a hot shower.
But the thing is, my heating pad, I don't think has any side effects. Whereas if I were to take a hot shower, my skin would be so dry. You get out of the shower and it feels like your skin's gonna crack off.
No. I'm a cold shower mafia, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
This is freak stuff, but I want my skin to be as dry as possible.
Oh,
Ew!
I love the way it feels.
Yuck.
I love the way it feels. And we'll get into this, but I have great calluses from all my heavy lifting. And it's just,
oh God.
I dabble in the drums. I'm not great, but obviously that leaves an unfortunate callus as well.
I think there's a big, sorry to interrupt. I think there's a big difference between dry skin and like squeaky clean, astringently oil-free skin. You know what I mean?
No, I just want, obviously my under eyes are moisturized, of course. We can't get those lines. Kacy knows.
That number 11, that 12.
The hands in particular, I want them to be rough like a man. I don't want to feel, I'm not a pussy. You know what I mean?
Okay. I just got to, so if you were to right now, just wherever you are, look at your calf. If you do like a little brush up against it, does like skin flake off?
My calf, Kacy, is that what you're talking about?
She's not debating the muscularity of your little calves. She's asking how ashy is your fucking leg, bro. You got an ashy ass leg, boy.
My calves are one of my best features, and my legs are not ashy. I wash them every day, and no, there's nothing's coming off of them. No.
There's you don't moisturize, and they're still like. Are you naturally?
You're telling me you want a man to get out of the shower and put on body oil? That's wild. Yeah,
I
shit.
do.
No, hell no.
I do.
Nah, that's some soft fella shit.
I'm enough of a honest man to admit that sometimes in the drier times of the year, right now being one of them, sometimes the calf area can get a little ashy, and it's no thing to put on a nice little leg lotion, lather up. It's all good. I do that just for me.
It's just for you. It's just a treat. A little calf lotion just as a treat.
No, I'm a real man. I don't put lotion on my legs. No way.
Oh, come on.
And the house, of course, Kacy. I mean, the house is stocked with high end lotions. There's no question. There's no lack of high end lotion in the home. I just think that's a female trait. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't.
Interesting.
I know. And maybe that's problematic, and maybe that's going to cause me problems.
I was going to say you might want to bring this to therapy this week or something.
So I was talking on the podcast, and I guess not moisturizing is weird. I didn't know that. I don't know if there's a lot to unpack there, but glad to know that you're staying moisturized over there, because the LA does get dry.
Absolutely. Dry as a desert over here.
Do you have any brands that you would recommend for me? Is there anything I should be looking at?
I don't know. I mean, I just like to be moist all the time, to be moisturized. I'll go with anything, like whatever's in the house. I run through it.
If it's moist, I'll take it.
Absolutely.
So you'll hit the Aveeno at Costco. You don't care. You don't need the Hermes hand cream. You don't need the Byredo. You don't need the Necessaire. You're good.
No, like for a while I was doing the diptyque, and not for a while. I mean, I bought like 3 things of it in my life, and I was like, this is gonna leave me, like, it's going to run me into the ground trying to do this. So now it's just a special treat. Like when the knuckles get a little extra dry or I'm going out, I'm like, ooh, maybe tonight we're going to, take a dip into it.
Tonight's the night. Cause I would expect, because of your stature as a singer and songwriter, I thought maybe, you would be getting moisturizer sent to the house by a handful of influential brands in hopes that you would use it.
I think you may be interviewing the wrong person. No,
come on, you get some free shit.
You know what?
Sometimes.
I got to tell you, in my younger days, I do get sent like a lot of skincare products for the face.
Yeah,
but
you're good.
Yeah, I feel like there's not as much like body stuff, but yeah, for the face, I'm like good on that for forever, which is good because I mean I like it, but I don't know, like who makes I like it. I'm not going to go on the record and say stop sending me the stuff. You know?
Right, so Lubriderm, we need the pack over to Kacy's house ASAP. If you guys could get that together, I know Lubriderm corporate listens to this podcast, so I'm just putting the word out.
Thank you. Honestly, you know what would be incredible? Like, when you get into music, whatever, and you have like some kind of following, people send you so much shit. What I want is just the most practical sponsors, like Lubriderm, like Khalifa almond milk. I will absolutely take that, or like Oatly.
Not Wiz Khalifa almond milk. You gotta come
Khalifa,
on.
Sorry, Khalifa.
No, I'm just kidding. No one's ever said that word out loud.
I know. I was like, wait, I whatever it is, like, would love that. Or like Tillamook.
I've been sponsored by Tillamook, as well as a cottage cheese company
Have you ever tried DJing? You should get into it, Kacy. Jason stopped doing it 5 years ago, but he still gets free milk. It's pretty cool.
Literally one time I DJ'd a Tillamook party.
Wait, you're serious? You DJ'd a Tillamook party?
I DJ'd a Tillamook party. The DJ booth was inside of a Tillamook Volkswagen bus that they transferred into a mobile DJ rig.
Wait, you're actually serious? This is real life?
This is all dead ass. This was not, it had nothing, unfortunately, to do with their cheeses. This was for their ice cream launch. And boy, but don't worry, there was still some cheese related hors d'oeuvres around.
Wow. I'm also going to go on the record and say Tillamook produces the best extra sharp cheddar cheese. I'm a Tillamook girl for life.
Mm-hmm. You're a Till head. I think for,
Tillahead.
For like consumer level sharp cheddar, 100%
Yeah.
Tillamook that's my daily driver.
Same.
Are you importing, Jason, or is there, where do you go to get your special cheese?
Well, there's some very exotic and ridiculously expensive aged cheddars that are like, a little block of it is like $100. Like a normal like $4 Tillamook brick would be like over $100.
So you need to get your money up, or you're saying this is for special occasions?
No, but the problem is it's almost too volatile and sharp. Like it's like too loud, if that makes sense.
It's a whole other category. Like Tillamook, a daily driver. Also, I feel like one of my staple foods, one of the things I always go to is like bean and cheese burritos. And for me, I definitely grew up eating like a bean and cheese burrito with Tillamook extra sharp cheddar cheese and pinto beans.
Oh no,
That's
we've hit
right
Jason's
there.
sweet. We've hit Jason's sweet spot. Now the podcast is over.
I got the bean and cheese. I make my own tortillas. It's not a big deal. But what the problem? Because I'm an extra sharp girl as well. Can't beat the flavor. But the problem is the meltability of a medium cheddar is better than a sharp. Try to mix up a blend of both is what I'm saying.
I know this is controversial, I almost don't like it too melty. I know that's like kind of weird, but for me, there's something about like...
You're a fucking pervert, you know that?
I know, it's disgusting, but like...
I'm with it all the way. I'm with you all the way.
I know, I've never said it out loud, but like, I don't know. I kind of like that it stays there.
When you pull up to like Del Taco, you get the bean and cheese in the drive-thru, and like they ain't melting that shit, and it's just some like hard ass cheddar out of a bag.
That's different.
And there's something good and nasty about that. I like it.
Yeah, that's different. Like I feel like homemade, I like the cheese to be still kind of cold, which is weird. But like at Taco Bell, I will say I'm a Taco Bell over Del Taco. I haven't done Del Taco much, but like when I hit oh no, are you not a Bell head?
No, Jason's not Bell. Jason's deeply
Taco Bell's for simpletons. No offense.
Peter.
What?
Oh my God. Wow.
It's subhuman food.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
It's fit for animal consumption at most.
Okay.
I don't even need to get into the wing discourse. I don't know. Let's not derail this though.
Okay, that's something else entirely. That's not the kind of Bell that I know. I don't know.
Somebody said that's coyote meat in there. Do you agree or disagree?
Well, I haven't tried it, but yeah, I would probably guess. Yeah.
First of all, who makes burritos at home? That's crazy.
Me.
Fuck no.
All the time.
I just saw this thing on the Financial Times this morning about different people's refrigerators and what they keep.
What a great pivot from burritos to Financial
What they keep.
Times.
Sorry, I need to bring this podcast back up to speed. You guys were going a little too down market for me.
Okay, please, yeah.
And I was thinking about the perfect fridge and what it contains. And for me, the Sub-Zero should have only varietals of water, and then possibly a couple of bottles of Dom P for the guests.
Okay.
And food should be only prepared in a restaurant where and that way the fridge is always so clean and it looks so nice. And not that the MTV cameras are coming over to shoot cribs or anything, but it's just, if you open the fridge and you see 24 bottles of Avion in glass, and then 24 bottles of San Pellegrino in glass, a few Harmless Harvests in the mix, and then just some Dom P, I don't know, 2001, 2002. Doesn't that feel clean? Doesn't that make you feel good, Kacy?
It makes me feel hungry. Like I just can't live that life. That's maybe like if I have another fridge somewhere else, if I live in a bigger place and there's like multiple fridges, but no, that's not the life I live.
Did you grow up in a 2 fridge household?
Hell no. No, that's like for the rich kids. No, I didn't grow up with such wealth.
I unfortunately am not rich, but it's a southern thing. I'm from Atlanta. It's a southern thing. It's a little bit of a southern thing as well. Like you keep the deer meat,
yes,
in the garage fridge.
Not in Arizona.
You guys don't hunt deer there because the temperatures don't work.
Well, in Phoenix, it's like a proper city. But I feel like also if you have the space for another fridge, it's like, what are you doing with it?
I think calling Phoenix a proper city is debatable, but sorry, go ahead.
Okay, what would you call it then? A township?
Yeah,
I would call it an unfortunate collection of homes.
Okay,
it's a place. But do you have?
It's a place. It's a place.
Do you have a lot of hometown pride?
Honestly, I kind of do. But you know what it is? It's because in the last 3 years, everyone in LA is like, oh my God, Arizona's beautiful. Like everyone goes to Sedona now and is like, oh my God, my life was changed in Sedona. And I'm like, yeah, I've been going there since I was a child. Like, have you ever almost drowned at Slide Rock? There's this park there. You know about Slide Rock?
No, I mean, I've almost drowned in Sedona. I don't know if it was a Slide Rock.
Jason drowned because he was drinking too much tequila after taking mushrooms, though. So it's a little bit more of a suicide attempt. I think. So we got to watch him.
So you're a little Beanhead, Arizona.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's I feel this weird ownership over it now that people have discovered that Arizona is a place to go,
Well, Sedona, yes, less Phoenix,
Totally.
though, to be fair.
Yeah, but I think it's just I don't know. I hold it dear to my heart.
Nothing wrong with that.
What's the drive time from Phoenix to Sedona?
It's an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, so it's very close. Okay.
Yeah.
It's light work, bro.
I didn't know if it was okay. So, but Phoenix is kind of, it's a place I only know about from watching Cops as a kid. Is there, if there's more to it, I'm open to hear about it. I've never personally been there.
I wouldn't recommend it necessarily.
Okay. So you're saying I love it, but you don't need to go there.
It's kind of because the
I
thing
get
is,
that.
you know what I mean? You wouldn't know what to do.
You're saying I couldn't tap in with your mom and get the local spots. It's kind of is there a nice hotel there? Is it kind of am I going to be at the Marriott?
Yeah.
Or there's a Four Seasons Phoenix.
There's big, super nice resorts and golfing and Scottsdale and stuff. That's not exactly where I grew up. But
I've heard about Scottsdale.
In the same situation.
Scottsdale is where basketball players go to play golf and have sex with white women.
Exactly.
It's also a bit of a Republican stronghold.
Oh yeah.
Whereas Phoenix is a little more liberal-minded, perhaps.
Still pretty Republican, but a little, yeah.
Yeah, still pretty Republican.
I mean, it's Arizona, yeah.
I've been to Phoenix before. I remember I took one of those pedicabs and it was 120 degrees.
Oh.
And I was like, man, not much for me here. DJing in Phoenix, the crowd that comes out to a DJ club in Phoenix.
Weird.
It's weird. I mean, I guess you've probably seen it firsthand, haven't you?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't step foot in a club in Phoenix. Oh my God.
You're telling me in your early days you weren't doing a little day partying in Phoenix at a
Yeah, I mean they have a little pool party. There's some there's some little fucking MGMT remix looking motherfucker playing some shit.
Yeah.
You'll pull up, right?
Me, I mean, I moved out of Phoenix when I was 18 and I was it's hard to tell you to the extent I was a really weird kid, I played the oboe and the saxophone and was really into that.
That doesn't give me day party energy. I'll agree.
No. Also had agoraphobia, horrible panic disorder from 14 to 16. Just wasn't the coolest, but I would go to a lot of shows and stuff, but not the idea of being at a clubby situation. I would have rather died.
Hard work pays off. What kind of shows were you going to as an 18-year-old?
I mean,
what was the sweet spot for you?
And then there was this venue called the Rhythm Room. I don't know if it still exists or not. It probably does, but they would do smaller little I mean, it was just a dingy club kind of bar situation.
Let me cut to the chase. Were you going to hardcore shows?
No, I was going to folky ass shit, tallest man on earth and stuff like that. Yeah, I was on I was into that was the era of like Regina Spektor and like Sufjan being like, you know, the shit, and like sing Bon Iver.
I have never understood that guy, man. People fucking love that guy. I
like Sufjan.
Sufjan?
Don't like saying the name.
Sufjan.
I love pussy shit like that. Like pussy shit is my zone. But that guy, I just can't vibe with him, man.
I kind of get it.
But what happened to him? Where is he? Like, does he just put out music and people care? Like, he has diehards?
Oh, yeah.
He has an Instagram that's really funny, I think.
Oh, yeah. Somebody showed me this recently. He was like making fun of something and it was like actually funny.
Yeah, it's actually funny. And there was one thing about him saying like the worst albums of 2021.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Damn,
That's sick.
Sufjan, come on the pod challenge if you're listening.
Sufjan making fun of Adele, even though I'm a stan, is funny as hell. That's really funny. Like that's what I need. I didn't know. Yeah, seeing Tallest Man on Earth in Phoenix, Jason. That sounds right up your street.
Man, a young me would have really cleaned up there.
Yeah, I'm sure. So you made a break for it and left for beautiful LA, and then you were just at the Roosevelt pool every Saturday.
Yeah. When I moved here, I didn't know anyone, and I was like, maybe I'll just move here for like 3 months. And I found this living room. It wasn't even a living room on Craigslist with this Ukrainian woman who changed her name every week. I'm not kidding. Like the mail would always be in a different name, and she would like one day she was like Elizabeth, then she was Lisette, then she was Elizabeta. Like she had 20 names, and I just lived in her living room for a while.
What part of town? What part of town was
right
this
on
in?
Hollywood Boulevard. It was like Hollywood and Fairfax. Yeah.
I've also lived in a living room off Craigslist, but more East Hollywood.
Okay.
So you're over here with a Ukrainian lady who changes her name on a weekly basis. We don't want to know why.
We don't.
So you're telling me that you live with a Ukrainian criminal, but did you guys become gang, or was it like a mother-daughter vibe, or?
It must have smelled crazy in there.
It smelled really fucking weird because she had this cat that just, ooh. I mean, it was not cute, but,
You're turning up the heating pad just thinking about that cat, aren't you?
yeah, I'm like, oof, yeah. But
Couple of clicks.
I lost track. Yeah, it smelled weird. She was weird. I don't know. I was looking at these leaves falling outside and I got distracted.
Edible kicking in.
Damn you!
Yeah.
Damn you! You really are emo. Shit, you weren't lying about your weird.
Wait,
ass
what were you
folk.
guys talking about? I was just like thinking about how beautiful leaves are.
Damn,
Did we start already?
Jason's usually the only one that's high on this podcast, so I'm glad that you're bringing it kind of. Are
you gone off? Do you take edibles?
I do like edibles. I'm not on an edible right now. I just got distracted. I do love edibles though.
You haven't had your oat. You haven't had your oat matcha yet. Is that the problem?
Wait, what's fucked up is that I did have an oat matcha this morning.
I mean, 50-50 chance any girl living
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the Los Feliz area is gonna drink one of those every day. It's fine.
I know.
Now, are you whisking your own, or are you hitting a local purveyor?
Well, actually, this was a bit of an unusual morning because I got up at 6:30 to go on a hike.
Get after it.
I can't believe I did that. And then I got a matcha latte from Maru.
The only coffee that matters. That's the only place we support here.
I like them, but
I just need to ask you a question because I experienced this a lot there.
Please.
Do you notice a lot of people asking questions when they get to the front of the line? Like, you're at a coffee place and they're asking like, what does a matcha taste like kind of vibe.
What?
Like,
yeah,
it's really crazy over there. It's really, people ask all these questions, and like Alex actually went this morning and she was talking about how people just can't make decisions. It's like people in LA cannot make decisions.
I agree with that.
But Maru is the number one. Maru has a very concise menu. You know what I mean? It's not like Maru is Cheesecake Factory. Like there's 10 things you can order.
I feel like in general, if you're going to a coffee place, do you not already know your order once you get up there? Like I order the same thing every time.
A normal person does that, but a lot of people will look at it and be like, and then they'll be like, yep, that's coffee. And then they're like, is that good?
I witnessed a white woman ask, what does this blueberry muffin taste like? That's not a joke. That's not a joke. I'm not.
Oh no!
I'm not kidding. And I'm just like, and I'm sure it came out wrong, and she was probably asking because it was vegan, maybe. You know what I mean? So she wanted to know if there any differences in consistency, of course. But I was huffing and puffing so loud, like stomping my little feet, and she didn't even turn around so I could clown her, which was a little upsetting because I was ready to shame.
Yeah. I gotta say though, that blueberry muffin really slaps.
Oh yeah, it's fire. The chia loaf and the blueberry muffin are the hits.
Have you had the spinach croissant? Because I think that's my go-to there.
Oh no, I'm not a savory guy. That's crazy.
What?
Oh no, that's disgusting.
Oh my god.
No. If I'm gonna allow myself a little treat, which means a bite of a muffin before I put water on it so I don't finish it, it's gonna be sweet. It's not gonna be a savory like faux tart at that. Do you heat it up?
No. I should because it's kind of weird that it's like cold, but I guess this goes back to me liking cold cheese.
I've learned a lot, and glad to know that you hit the height. But we did want to talk to you about working out.
Okay, yeah,
that's a huge focus of this podcast. Some people even say it's too much, and that but it's the only thing that Jason and I really care about. I care a little more than him. Mm-hmm. But I was scrolling through your Instagram profile, and I did see some Olympic lifting content.
Absolutely.
We need to get to the bottom of how you got into that, because that's some freak shit. Like, you got to really commit to that.
Yeah, I mean, it is some freak shit. Okay, so the long story is that when ClassPass was at its like height, you know, they did some crazy deal shit where you could pay like $100 a month for unlimited classes. And I think I single-handedly ran that company into the ground, because I would go to like 2 or 3 classes a day and got pretty fit. And one of them was this lifting class from a place called Lift Society, which is so funny. But,
oh my God.
Yeah, so I went there, and it was like some squatting, you know, some deadlifting, regular
butt stuff,
regular lifting. But there was this one coach who was really into Olympic lifting. I don't remember. I did a personal training session with her, and she was like, "Do you want to learn how to clean and jerk?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I do."
Jason, get your mind out of gutter. That's lifting stuff.
That's lifting shit. Lifting stuff you wouldn't understand.
I apologize for my friend. I apologize.
It's okay.
What the fuck?
It's okay.
Chris, I've cleaned and lifted with you, you little dumbass bitch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my memory isn't great. I haven't seen you work out in so long that it's kind of, you know, it's cloudy in here. I apologize, Jason. I apologize.
I mean,
sorry.
It is a whole other like discussion as to who named the lifts, the Olympic lifts, the clean and jerk and the snatch.
Guess I never thought of it that way.
I don't know, but that's what they're called. So anyway, I got into it. This trainer trained me for my first competition.
Hold on. So you get, I get into things, but it's more for me. You know, I want to see the definition in my delts. You know, I want the lats turned on. You're saying you took this as far as to compete. Like you said no to American Idol as a singer, but you said yes to Olympic lifting competitions.
But the thing is, like, for competitions, it's not like I'm that good, but it was just like a goal to work towards. You know what I mean? Like,
okay. Yeah, sure. I'm
goal oriented. So I can stay focused by something or at something if it's like, oh, here's an 8-week cycle, and then you're going to like compete. And that's going to be how you see how well you improved. So anyway, I did that. Super fun. And then I like joined this weightlifting gym. And then for a while, it kind of became like my life where, you know, like this weightlifting gym was all the way in Woodland Hills, and you could only
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
I drive. Yeah.
You would take the Cybertruck to Woodland Hills and every day.
How bad do you want it, Chris?
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. How bad? Also, I have to say, this was also the time where I was like, kind of getting out of my first record deal, and I did not have shit to do during the days except like feel bad, you know? And so I was like, yeah, I can take, you know, 3-4 hours out of my day in the middle of my day to go, you know, do weightlifting.
You have a conference call with the manager and the lawyer in the morning, and then you're just lifting the rest of the day.
I wish it was even that much, honestly. I mean, that would have been great. That would have been great.
You're like, I feed the cat, and then I'm pretty much good for the day.
I'm pretty good, yeah. After that, so did you make friends at this place? Because these are obviously probably people that are different than you as far as maybe their outlook on the world, what their profession is, etc.?
Yeah, I did kind of make friends.
Political leaning.
No, you know what? The weightlifting world is pretty weird. I think what I realized is like...
No, you don't say. No, that's so crazy.
It's a little weird. But you know what? It's mostly like fitness professionals doing it because it's so time consuming. Like once I actually started to have work again, I was like, oh, this is just not sustainable as a lifestyle.
Totally.
Not enough hours in the day to jerk this much.
Simply not. No.
Did you see, like, did your body change? Like, was it crazy? Like, did you get too ripped?
I didn't get too ripped. I gained a lot of weight. I mean, and I was like really thin. I've always been pretty thin, but I gained a solid like 20 pounds over the course of it, which is quite a bit. Like that's a good.
And you're already a small person, right?
I'm a small person. Like I started out, I want to say it like.
How much do you weigh, Kacy?
Yeah. How much do you weigh? What's your body fat percentage?
We ask all of our female guests how much.
It's kind of something we're known for. Yeah, it's really positive.
Yeah, no, and I respect that, and that's really I think socially acceptable.
You read about that in the Financial Times, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So were you like on your like chicken and broccoli swag? And like,
no.
Okay, good. That's gross. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah. Personally, for me, there's no body type. There's no, like physical appearance that is worth me sacrificing the way that I eat.
Oh my God. I wish I could live like that. Must be nice to have those genes.
Yeah, I kind of. But I work out a lot and I like eating, but I think naturally I don't have like a massive appetite. So, and I don't have a sweet tooth. So I'm pretty okay.
I'm the same way as you.
Yeah.
I don't have a sweet tooth and, bean and cheese, that's about it for me. That's a sweet spot.
I love seeing these similarities. That's
well,
great.
Another similarity that we have, Kacy, in terms of the fitness world is that we both go to the same gym. Did you know that?
I was going to say, did I see you last week? Like as you were leaving? I think I did.
Oh, well, I've seen you there a couple times, but
And you never said hi. I only saw you once, but you were like, it was your back. And I was like,
there go that tall motherfucker.
Yeah.
He spends a lot of time if you see him like walking around with guys that look like, he spends a lot of time in the sauna is what I'm trying to say. So he's walking backwards on the treadmill and then doing an hour in the sauna. It's kind of his release.
I respect that.
Like when people are at the gym, I always feel like, you have your headphones on, you're in the zone. You like psyched yourself up to go there. Like you may have not be in the mood or whatever. So like we don't, and also like I know other people that go to that gym and like you got to do the stop and chat. And I'm like, it's like,
no, I go to that gym to not see anyone.
Well, that's ruined.
Unfortunately, I have a lot of bros that go there. But I mean, some of them who are like my actual friends, like my friend Miles goes there and we'll hang out and talk and that's cool. But like, other times it's like, oh, them jeans. What are you up to? And you're like, I got my headphones on. Got to turn my podcast off and talk to you for 5 minutes. You dum-dum. Can't do it. So I try not to talk to anyone there.
I do too. I have a question. Do I look unapproachable at the gym? Because that's the vibe I'm going for. It's like
1,000%. 1,000%.
Okay, good.
I was like, I know this person, and I'm like too scared to say hi. So
good.
Job well done.
Thank you.
I try to put off that vibe too, and I'm like pretty big, and I have tattoos and stuff, and people still want to talk to me, and I don't know what that is.
That is so rude.
We've come to this point because I almost got in a fight a couple weeks ago. And I heard an anecdote this morning. There's a lot of talking among people that should, like, if you don't know me, I don't want you to speak to me at all. Like, I don't want anyone in line to ask me if this is the line. I don't want anybody to be like, wow, it's really nice today. I don't want any of that.
Whereas I only want that.
Oh.
Jason lives for that, and he's good at it. And the problem is I am good at it. I can absolutely do it, and I won't be an asshole. But I just don't know why how do you feel compelled? I guess I'd give somebody a compliment maybe, but then I guess that just seems creepy, male or female.
Jason, do you talk to people on planes?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, God.
Definitely. Only if they want it. I mean, never without consent.
But are you someone who can actually tell if they want it? Like...
This is a great question, and I think we should explore this deeply.
Yes, I can tell if they want it, but if they don't want it in a way that bugs me, then that makes me talk to them 20 times more.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go to dinner with Jason, the waiter, you're either getting like a free bottle of wine and dessert because the waiter loves him so much, or they're spitting in your food.
But I've made friends from sitting next to them on the plane. Like I've not known a person sat, JFK to LAX or whatever, and now like we still keep in touch.
Oh my God.
Serial killer.
9 times out of 10, if somebody, unless they're like a cool looking person or interesting looking or attractive, hate to say, I'm probably not going to want to engage with anybody on the plane. Like the plane, it's like I've already timed my edibles like to kick in right when wheels up. I have like what movie I'm going to watch. I have whatever work I'm going to do. Headphones are on, and I'm in the cocoon until we land. And if you fuck that up, then
let's be fair. You're not really in the 42E is not really a cocoon. That's the beauty of Delta.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of the brand new Delta One cabins. It does
the
feel
Comfort Plus is not that bad, Chris.
It does feel like no one can approach you because there's literally like walls. Like that's the beauty.
Fuck you! You ain't got the lay downs, Chris.
I do have the lay down, and unfortunately, it's not really. It doesn't do much for me. But I do think that there's an understood. It's funny. It's like there's an understood. I guess I did have that conversation with what's his name that time, Jason, Akon's brother.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's Akon's brother.
That was pretty cool because there's also like an understood thing that people think you're rich instead of like somebody else is paying for this. You know what I mean? But I do think that the chat on planes, I don't know, man. You're pretty good at it. That's what makes me upset. Is that it works for you.
I'm a diplomatic cat. Some people got it, some people don't. Thank God most people don't, or else I wouldn't have a fucking job talking to you guys.
Kacy, somebody tries to talk to you in the plane, you've got the Beats by Dre over ears on. Do you just glare at them?
No, here's the thing. No one tries to talk to me because I have a routine when I go on planes, okay? So I will say I love talking to people. Like I'm a social person. I'm an introverted person.
Tell.
Yeah, but I like talking to people, but not on planes because I get anxious and I'm in a closed space. I can't escape. So as soon as I sit down, I'm always in window seat. As soon as I sit down, I'm quite small. So I put a large hoodie on. I put my headphones on under that. I usually put something like under my eyes, and then I stick my whole body inside the hoodie. Like I put my legs up on the seat, and
you're like an angsty teenage girl who's mad at her mom.
Yes. I turn into an egg on the plane, and the legs are up, and I'm just in a small ball.
Shorty looked like an egg.
Damn, did you see Shorty in 14B? She looked like an egg. It's crazy.
I know exactly what you mean. The whole body fits inside the Essentials hoodie. The thing is on. It's basically no soliciting sign on the doorway of your life. Like, do not disturb.
Now, I want to villainize my own people. Does that actually stop men from talking to you, though?
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So ladies, just if you understand, you have to make yourself into a ball and hide for men to not approach you in public situations. That's where we're at right now.
And if, it's another great exercise to kind of work on your mobility and flexibility. Cause if you can't get into that egg, then, you need to be working harder in yoga or something,
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the leg muscles and the egg muscles. So when you're in the gym, so you said that like your goal is to appear unapproachable. Do you have any specific pet peeves for the gym that really fuck you up?
I gotta say, okay, I have to say also, people are probably going to listen to this and be like, wow, Kacy Hill is not very friendly. But I do like people,
no.
But like at the gym, I do get like approached a decent amount of the gym, especially if I'm like, properly lifting.
Because fellas think that's their in.
Totally. Or it's like, or even women will be like, oh, how'd you learn to do that? Whatever,
It's just impressive.
Yeah. I'm like down to talk about lifting because I like that, it's fun. But like what I don't like is when people overextend their welcome.
Get in, get out.
Exactly. Like ask a question, we'll say hi, whatever. But I don't love the like lingering kind of thing because I'm like, I'm really not here to like chat. Like I kind of just want to get it done.
They only validate 2 hours parking.
Absolutely.
Kacy's there to do some lifting, go in the bathroom, steal as much keels as she can in her own vessel and get the hell out of there. And I can respect it. And that's why you don't wear outdoor voices, because that's kind of a conversation starter.
No.
You stick to something else. I like that.
No, also they fall down. Like if I tried to wear those, they don't work. They fall down.
Really?
By the end of the workout, they're like down my knees. Yeah.
Damn, bro.
That's not great. That's why we're a Nike family on How Long Gone. It's the only thing that works. It's the only thing that works.
Do you think that, obviously I think a lot of people use fitness as a way to kind of keep their stress, anxiety, depression, whatever at bay, meditative state, whatever it is. Do you think that people who do these kind of more challenging workouts like, Olympic level powerlifting have some more demons going on up top? Or is it just, I guess, why do you work out mentally wise?
I mean,
mentally wise.
Yeah, Jason's really smart. I'm getting that now.
But mentally wise, yeah, I think a lot of people who work out, it's probably along the same thing as like people who do like music or creative stuff are just broken individuals.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like there are some demons to work out. But yeah, there's definitely some energy to get out. And I think there's also some level of kind of like suffering, in like Olympic weightlifting and stuff and like lifting heavy things. I find when I was like specifically at the weightlifting gym, they get out a lot of anger, but then there's a lot of like frustration towards yourself sometimes when you're like, why can't you lift that today? Like it just kind of, I don't know.
Sometimes you need something to yell at.
Kind of, yeah.
No, I mean, we talked about this, Jason, about the long distance running, because it's such a punishment. And it's like, you're really choosing, obviously there's like a personal achievement aspect to all of this stuff where it makes you feel good. But like, I think there's a lot of people who don't do this for a living that take it the extra step. And the question is like, why?
Why do you want to suffer? Whereas for me, it's like, if I try to do some crazy clean and jerk and I didn't do it, instead of screaming, why can I do this today? I'd be like, yeah, that checks out. I shouldn't be able to do that. And I didn't do it.
Yeah. I'm going to listen to how to build this in the sauna. I'll see you guys in an hour.
I mean, you sound incredibly healthy and I envy it, quite frankly.
Hell no. Don't let this motherfucker's fucked up. Don't let him fool you.
No, the way that he said that, I mean, that's like, it sounded confident that like you really have your priorities in order.
That's why he can't, that's why he ain't pushing 2 plates though. So what's better, being well adjusted or pushing 2 plates? I'm going to say pushing 2 plates. I'm going to go out on a limb and say,
all right, I'll take it. We got to get these gains somehow.
But at what cost, you guys?
Wait, and before we move on, what's the pre-workout? Like what are you taking? Creatine?
I gotta be honest, for a while I was, but no, I'm not as like.
Oh yeah,
man.
He's like,
Casey,
creatine.
You're, cool.
You're like, yes. Next question.
Yeah, that's
actually,
right.
Yes, yeah. My boyfriend like saw it in the cupboard and was like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like,
you got too far, damn it.
Yeah, I'm moving out if you don't get rid of this.
Also, did you listen to your life partner Jimmy Stack when he was on this podcast?
Yeah, I did. I listened to a good amount of it.
Okay, did you listen to it at the time it came out or recently to do?
Yeah,
okay.
I listened to it like when it came out. So I was like, what does this man sound like talking to other people?
And you're like, this man is talking about the Dust Bowl for a half an hour on this podcast. Damn, okay.
But we watched that Dust Bowl together and
don't do it.
We're like kindred spirits. Just this week we went to like a screening and I was just going on telling someone about the Dust Bowl documentary.
You guys are dust pilled.
Yeah, you really are. This is bad. This is Biden's America.
I think it's cool. I think every couple has their thing,
Yeah.
And yours, Ken Burns Dust Bowl documentary. That's what
Mm-hmm.
You guys should try Emily in Paris. It's a lot cooler.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say.
No, I've tried that. Jimmy would. You know what? He's like not willing to watch that kind of shit.
That's why I like him.
He thinks he's like smart and
he's
shit.
Not into
I
that.
make music. I'm better than this. Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. He's like
that's
above
cute.
it.
He is above it.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's
Okay.
making heady remixes, but
Yeah.
I'm out here just enjoying culture. Sue me.
Absolutely. I'm simply consuming.
There we go. Exactly. But yeah, creatine is a red flag. So I'm glad you got off that.
Yeah, I tried that for a sec and I was like, it's not really doing anything also. But no, I don't really do anything. I take the lifting a lot less seriously these days. It's just for fun, and I also can't do a lot of caffeine or else. Number one, I don't know how anyone drinks coffee. Love this stuff, but like Do you guys not have to shit like immediately after? No, I just like
For 99% of the people who drink coffee, that's the reason why they drink coffee, not something they try to avoid.
but for me it feels like I have food poisoning.
Yeah, I thought you were about this life, bro. That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah, Kacy, it sounds like to me creatine damaged your insides, and maybe that's something to think about because coffee is one of
So you just happen to be specifically sensitive to coffee, and that's fine.
Yes.
And just like powerlifting, you don't just start off doing 2 plates. You work your way up a little bit. You get your diarrhea in order, and then you kind of build from there.
Okay, it is weightlifting. Just for the record, weightlifting and powerlifting, 2 different sports.
Ooh,
Okay.
God damn.
I
Put
just
him in his
it's
place.
okay. I just want everyone to know because it's a common mistake. But yeah, I do weightlifting. Two different
Yeah,
things.
Jason, you wouldn't like this if somebody was like called DJing Serato, would you? You wouldn't. Exactly. That would be over the line.
Yeah,
TJ mad.
yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, but I mean, so you're saying you've replaced coffee with matcha like every other person in LA?
No, I make cold brew green tea every night. That's my thing. I know it's so
Cold brew
annoying.
green tea.
You're really like a.
No, that's cool. That's like a little master splinter vibe.
You're kind of an I feel like you're good at stuff. You strike me as one of those people, like I'm not good at anything. I can't really do a lot of things, but I've made it through life thanks to friends like Jason. But I feel like you're pretty like you're really ticking. You know what I mean? You're doing stuff.
But I gotta tell you, I was thinking about this in the shower the other day. This is my life's like biggest. Oops, I almost hung up on you guys. This is my life's biggest like insecurity or just struggle is that, and I'm not saying this to compliment myself, right? But there's a personality type, there's a person type of which I belong to where I'm good at most things that I try. I'm good at them. Like the baseline, pretty good. But to be excellent at something and like really excel, there are very few things that I feel like I can excel at.
Do you think, are you the type of person that is not satisfied by only doing one thing and you have to always have your hand in a little bit of this? I got to play the oboe and I got to learn how to rollerblade and I got to learn how to make cookies and I got to be good, so you're that personality type.
Absolutely. And it's a problem. Yeah.
I don't think that's a problem.
What's it called?
Master of None.
It's a great show. I don't know if you checked that out.
That is a great show.
Shout out to Aziz. Jack of all trades, master of none.
Jack of all trades, yes. That's how I feel.
Yeah, but I think there's joy in that. Like I can't, I literally, I can't, like Jason, you're a little bit similar to that. I feel like, you know what I mean?
I'm very similar.
I have no interest. Like
and my bank account reflects that.
That's true. And my bank account reflects all my incredible talents as well. But I just don't think that
I meant negatively.
I know I meant positively. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I just think that I know a lot of people like you guys. Like most of my friends are like you guys, where it's like very impressive to me. They can kind of do anything. They can like figure it out. They watch a YouTube video and all of a sudden they're good at it. I just don't have the capacity for that. I have no interest. I have no patience. I just can't do it.
You're a pussy.
So Kacy, don't call me when you need help building a retaining wall at the house. I don't have.
No, Chris will definitely call a TaskRabbit to like hang a photograph on the wall.
That is so ridiculous.
I've done that. I've done that multiple times in my life.
Do you feel shame when you do it?
No, that's the beauty. I don't feel any shame. I don't give a fuck because there are people. There are people in this world that are good at things that I'm not good at, and I would rather pay for them. It's my feelings on cooking. Like, I'm not good at it. I have no interest in it. That's why I want to go to a restaurant. There's people that are dedicated to this and so good at it that I would much rather, partake.
And that way your house doesn't smell like food and you can sleep at night.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah. That is the main
Chris
thing.
can't handle a smell like that in the house.
Really?
He's a scent guy.
I'm very smell sensitive.
Huh. What's it like? Does your house smell like nothing?
No, it smells like a beautiful mix of high-end fragrances.
Smells like fucking Byredo, sample sale, Francis Mallman type shit.
I would never. First of all, I would never buy fragrance at a sample sale. You cheap bastard.
But like, if I were to like break into Chris's house and go into his kitchen an hour before he was going to come home from work after a hard day, and I cook his favorite meal. and had it waiting for him on the dinner table, he would be upset because his house now smells like food, even if it's food that he loves to eat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't love it. I mean, there's a certain fragrance that I've concocted that's a mix of Santa Maria Novella potpourri and maybe a flower depending on the season, and then the Byredo Japanese amber candle, which can rotate depending on the season as well.
He's super into seasonality as well.
Wow.
And I just want that smell. It's like a hotel thing. Like there's no better feeling.
And if he doesn't get that smell, there's hell to pay.
There's hell to pay. Well, your house, I don't even want to know what your shit smells like. Damn.
My house?
It probably smells like fucking peach runts, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, today I walked in and it smelled like some noodles I made last night.
Oh, and you're okay. And you're okay with it. That doesn't make you want to take a shower?
Well, because I did take a shower.
My house smells like noodles. I got a shower.
But I'm a diptyque head. I will say that. So like after I cook,
what's your choice? What's your one? Oud?
I have a few.
Patchouli?
I have a few. No, I like jasmine diptyque. I like fig.
Okay.
And I like feu de bois.
Classic. We love the smell of the woods.
Is it 2017? Sorry, I don't have my calendar out.
Okay. It's comforting, you know.
I'm just kidding.
No, there's a lot of
it's
people.
cleansing.
No, a lot of people have attacked me for diptyque, and I'm like, you losers are new to this, not true to this. Diptyque is the triple OG of this shit. Like they've been doing it. Like it's the OG.
Yeah.
You cannot. It's unflappable. It's always a classic.
Just because it's old doesn't mean it's bad.
No, I'll
Exactly.
diptyque for life.
It's like In and Out.
Yeah, I like your brand loyalty. That's a very important quality in a person.
Thank you.
That's a very important quality in a
Thank
person.
you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks.
Well, I mean, I'm glad to know. It sounds like that you come home and if it smells like dog and noodles, you can just power through that.
I don't have a dog. It doesn't smell like dog. Let me be clear. I am an incredibly.
Damn, you sound like Obama right now. I like this.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear. I do not own a dog. I cook noodles just like every other American.
But I mean, I am really clean. Like I wake up every morning and I vacuum.
You vacuum daily?
Yes, that's like my meditation.
Which Dyson do you have?
I don't even have a Dyson. I don't even know what I have. I've had it for a while.
I thought you've had a few record deals.
No, Jimmy has a nice vacuum.
Okay. I'm just saying Jimmy needs to get you the nice Miele or something for Christmas.
Oh, wait, can I tell you his mom almost got him I think he calls it a mealy, which I don't know.
That's cute.
It's cute, but like last
wrong.
year he asked his mom for a mealy, I think, but then his mom went to her vacuum guy because she has a vacuum guy.
Sure.
And got him like a different one. I forget what it is, but it is nice. I like using his.
Wait, hold on. His mom has a vacuum. Is he from New York?
San Francisco, even worse. I'm just kidding.
Worse. Much worse. I mean, San Francisco is hell. We've talked about it a lot.
I love it. I love it.
What do you like about San Francisco?
I don't think she does. She's just saying that to be nice.
No, I genuinely love it. Like going to San Francisco and staying with Jimmy's mom is like heaven to me.
Well, his mom sounds cool and chic, so that does sound nice.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're a little more plugged in there. She's got a vacuum guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got a vacuum guy in San Francisco, I would love to come to your abode, but I just don't.
Yeah.
No one likes San Francisco. I've never heard anyone say that.
Really?
Oh no.
Except other than the millions of people that live there. But yeah.
Yeah.
But even them, they don't like it. They just have to because they work at Salesforce. They don't like it.
I love it. I love it.
So you're a yay area head.
Yeah, I can't get enough of this stuff.
Are you like one hyphy bitch?
No.
Okay. Good answer. Good question.
I like the outdoorsiness of it. You know, like we go for a hike and we go in the park.
I thought you just
know.
like Third Eye Blind a lot like me. That's kind of my only connection.
I do love Third Eye Blind.
That's the best thing San Francisco. That's the only thing San Francisco's given us really that I can think of.
Okay.
You know, it's
okay.
a classic. One classic album that had 7 singles. We miss those days.
No, they got a real windy street. They got some sick ass skate spots. Ghirardelli chocolate.
Oof.
The list goes on, Chris.
The skate spots are good. That's a good point. That's something that I forget about as a person who doesn't skate, but it is a legendary.
Yeah, I simply wouldn't know and don't care about that.
Legendary skate town. Well, I mean, you've been on tour, right?
Yeah, I have.
So what's your least favorite city then? Because we just
Baltimore.
went on tour. We could name
Baltimore.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
I already had that
very
in
good.
the chamber.
I tell you what, you drive into Baltimore and I just am like,
I'll tell you what.
I'm ready to get out.
Did crime happen to you there, or you just hate it because it's ugly?
No, it's just not pretty. It's ugly.
Yeah.
And I think I have family there or something, but like, don't like it. I think, I don't know. There's like
when they book you in Baltimore, do you like start crying? You're like, I don't like it.
I told you guys to leave me off the routing.
Yeah.
Also, I think in Baltimore there is I think the only American location of Nando's.
Yes, that's true. No, it's also in DC. It's in DC too.
Oh, is that in DC? Oh, okay. There's a couple Nando's. Yeah, I've never been to Baltimore, but you know,
Baltimore.
You got crabs and you got club music with the boom 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 amen break, and that's about it, right? That's all you got over there in Baltimore. So you just did you have a bad show in Baltimore? Who doesn't have a bad show in Baltimore?
No, it was a nice show. People were super nice. I have friends. A lot of people I know are from Baltimore. I just really didn't like the vibe.
Just something about it. The feng shui, maybe.
Vibes were off. Vibes were incredibly off. Also, I had a bad meal there. It just simply was not good.
That's enough to throw off the whole tour.
Absolutely.
What's your tour? Yeah, what's your tour like? Are you trying to check out local spots, or are you like, I'm going to the hotel, I'm going to use my laptop, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to shower, I'm going to go to sleep?
It depends. Like I just did a tour in November/December that was hell on earth because it was just me and a tour manager and I had no time to do anything.
Were you doing a little acoustic set? Was it Kacy Unplugged?
It was just Kacy on Kacy. Like it was just me.
It was just you and the iPod Nano. You hit play, boom, knock it out. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, some variation of that. I had like a little setup.
Yeah.
What was the choreography like?
No choreography, but I had my little projector, and maybe next tour, I had a little choreography budget there. But yeah, there wasn't much time to like eat. But if I actually have time to eat, I do love like going out places. And I'm not someone who really sits in the hotel room. Like I need to walk around and I need to go do stuff.
Take in the local culture.
Absolutely.
I understand. Jason and I did a lot of that too, which was mostly complaining about every city that wasn't New York or LA and having like a sandwich somewhere.
Wait, I have to ask you then, what was your least favorite city?
That's tough. They're all bad. But Jason, the Denver show was bad, but I actually didn't mind Denver.
Yeah.
I'd never been there before. Like I didn't, the city was pretty, you know what I mean? It was fine.
Yeah, I think I can have a decent enough time in Denver, but I think for me it's got to be Boston.
Oh yeah, Boston was terrible. Oh, Boston was terrible.
Interesting.
Oh my god. And that's my fault because Kacy, we're not kind of at your level, so I was also the tour manager. And I did pick a Citizen M hotel that put me, I felt like I was in a hostel in Berlin. It was hell. It just wasn't a good location. I don't know. But I've been to Boston a lot and it's always been bad.
Yeah.
But for some reason that was extra bad.
I understand. I haven't been to Boston in a minute. We didn't hit Boston and I'm not complaining. But
I mean,
whenever we have a musician on the podcast, you've listened to this show a couple times, right? Doing your homework.
Yeah, I definitely have done some homework.
Okay. Whenever we have a
you're
musician,
a good liar too. You're a really good liar.
No, I have done some homework. Even just now, I was like, you know what? Let me brush up, and I put on Allison Roman's episode.
Okay, what'd you learn?
That she lives in Brooklyn. I don't know, man. Was I supposed to take notes? I can't retain information. Just by the way.
How many milligrams are the edibles?
I'm such a lightweight. I'm like 2.5, max 5.
What?
Yeah.
That sounds like a
bro.
doggy dose.
Get your reps up.
I can't. I'm so sensitive to edibles. Like 5 milligrams. One time I took 5 milligrams and Jimmy and I were walking up the stairs to my old apartment. And I thought he was like a stranger and that it was a premonition in the future and that he was coming to like attack me.
Okay. So
Wow.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You should try cocaine.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd go really well.
Yeah, it's a little more straightforward of a thing.
Mommy needs her straightener.
Straightening.
So I don't know if you've listened to an episode where we interview a musician, but oftentimes when we interview a musician or recording artist, we do a segment called Sync Talk, where we talk about, a failed, terrible moment in your career where you may have had the opportunity to sync one of your songs for a commercial or a movie or something like that, and maybe it didn't work out. Has this ever happened to you in your career, Kacy?
Yeah, and it's like actually a dark period. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get into it. We love darkness here.
Okay, I guess I don't know if it's that exciting. It's more just depressing, but
just flat out sad and terrible?
No, it's not sad and depressing. It's actually irritating. So like when I was...
We'll pepper it with jokes, don't worry.
Pepper it with jokes. Make sure it's funny. Because, okay, so I was in a dark time in my career, like had left good music, was also like leaving my management, all of this stuff. It was endless. Mm-hmm. And it turns out my original management had made this Gmail account that like everything filtered through, from Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, like it all connected to this Gmail account that I did not know about. And so when I switched management, they didn't tell me that this Gmail existed. And I found it like a year and a half later when I was like, let me upload this music video. I need to log into YouTube and it's connected to this Gmail. And I go on this email and it's a year and a half of just ignored or missed emails for like events, for collaboration requests, for everything that filters through the internet.
Like all the stuff that you need to make me like have a career.
Yes, exactly. And I'm like, it's so weird that I'm never invited to things anymore and I never really hear much. It's like, maybe because it's just sitting there. And one of the things was a sync request for what's that Netflix film that Lizzo's song was in that it blew up Lizzo's career. I'm going to look it up.
We're huge Lizzo fans, so I'm surprised Jason doesn't know this.
Someone Great? Is that what it was called? I think so.
So it changed Lizzo's career, but they wanted Kacy Hill.
Well, not for that same thing, but like they requested, it's called Someone Great. And I got it. As I was going through all these emails, one of the things was like, hey, I'm the sync, music director for Someone Great for Netflix. Like, we're interested, whatever. And they wanted my song Dinner. And I saw it, after, this movie had already come out and everything. And
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. If these if managers aren't talking about events or syncs, I don't really know what managers do. I don't like. I mean, that seems very. I mean, they don't do much, but come on.
Yeah, they have the joke. You had one job, but this really is you had one job. Like you open the Gmail and then you collect the money that is just being offered.
That's the only job. Like I don't know what else you're really doing.
That would have really fucked me up. I would have done some real yelling at that point.
I was shaking. I was in Atlanta at the time, like staying with a friend, and we were on a walk.
When you get to Georgia.
You got friends. You got friends.
Mm-hmm.
You got friends in Atlanta. Interesting.
I got a friend in Atlanta.
Yeah, we probably know each other, but we'll get to that later.
I'll connect you guys right after this.
Yeah, please connect me. I love being connected.
Okay.
So you're in Atlanta and you're shaking.
I'm shaking in my boots. No, I'm absolutely shaking though, because I was I don't think I've ever been like so mad. And I mean, I probably have, but it was oof.
Oh, that's like a top 3 Mount Madmore moment in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Just years of opportunities, career changing things, monetary gain.
Oh yeah,
flushed down the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'm sorry. That sucks.
It's okay.
That does suck. But you've recovered. I mean, like...
It makes us stronger, though.
You've been through some music industry turmoil, right?
Yeah, I've been through hell. Yeah, it has not been easy, I tell you what.
It's a nasty little business.
It is a nasty business.
That's why we got into podcasting.
You should try it. It's pretty cool. It takes a lot less effort. But are you like... good? Was there like a moment like I'm not going to do this anymore?
Chris, don't say good.
Good. It's never good. Yeah, it's never good.
I'm sorry. I'm not getting out my dreams. I meant good. Like,
Yeah.
Do you feel better today than you did?
I do.
You know what I mean? It's every day better.
Yeah. It's better. You know what? It's like, I don't feel held hostage by a record label. Like it's not like I'm rolling in money, but like
could have fooled us.
I can pay I'm definitely not like incredibly prosperous, but I'm for the most part happy.
Food on the table, roof over our head, a nice partner, bean and cheese.
No, don't let her get out of this. She's going to Maru.
Okay,
That's $7.
I can afford
that's
to.
not, she's not.
We go to Equinox.
We go to Equinox.
We did. Unless you drive a Nissan Leaf, it's looking pretty good from where I'm
I
sitting.
literally drive a Nissan Leaf.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Damn, she's good.
She's good.
No, I don't. I do. I like my car. I have a decent life. Maybe I should spend less, but fuck it.
We all should, though. That's yeah, it's boring. But you feel like you're limitless now. You don't feel as restrained.
No, I don't. And I feel like if I need to make more money and stuff, I have the capability to put out a song tomorrow if I want to, and I'm not like having to deal with the bureaucracy of labels who, just like weren't really working for me. And I think a lot of that is because I wasn't working well for them. Like I'm stubborn and I like doing things my way, and I don't respond well to people pushing me because I kind of push myself a lot, and I just don't. I don't know. I don't like that.
You just work better managing yourself.
Yeah,
and we had to learn that one the hard way, as we all do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As a major label chick myself, it's disheartening to hear that, but I'm ready to, we signed to Jaguar, but that's we have an upstream, we have kind of a JV deal. You know how that goes.
That's cute. Yeah. I know how that goes. That's cute.
You know how that goes. So we could be upstream to any moment, if the numbers are coming back good, so we'll see.
Yeah. Well, you could be swimming upstream one day. Enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride. Well, Kacy, thank you for taking the time to pod with us. I gotta say, you're a great podcast guest. You're a good talker. Maybe this could be the 2022, the zig and the zag. Maybe we can get into a little podcasting. What do you say?
Oh my God, I'm so down. I would love that. Honestly, it would be a nice little break. I just need to talk. I need a podcast. I love this. Thank you.
We'll introduce you. You've heard of Spotify, right?
Yeah, I've heard Spotify.
Yeah, because Spotify, when you make music, they don't pay you, but when you make podcasts, they pay you a lot. It's good.
It's crazy.
Really?
It's crazy.
God damn, I need a podcast.
You knew about the first part, right?
What first part? That I know that Spotify exists.
That when you release your music on them, you don't really make a lot of money.
Oh yeah, they don't. Yeah, I might know. They don't pay for my Maru.
we kind of are looking there's a hole out there, I think, for like a female Joe Rogan, and I feel like you kind of could fill that role. You know what I mean?
Dreams, goals. Yeah, I know. I know. Trust me. I need to get on it. If I weren't, I have so many things that I'm like, oh my God, if I just did this, I would have money. And then I'm like, well, let's just make another record instead and not make money off of it.
Back to the studio, baby. All right, Kacy Hill, thank you for joining us. You have a new record. It comes out soon, correct?
It came out.
It came out in October. I thought those were just the singles.
Simple, Sweet, and Smiling is what it's called.
Damn,
that's what it's called.
That's exactly how I describe myself. That's so cute.
Same.
Okay, well.
In these unprecedented times, that's what we need a little bit more of. Am I right?
Yeah, in these unprecedented times. I hate that. Unprecedented times. Every time is unprecedented.
Why? Does this feel precedented to you?
No, because everything is unprecedented. Like, of course it,
Yeah, we all hate it.
See, that's what now you have something to talk about in the next episode of the Kacy Hill Experience.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Kacy Hill Experience. All right, thank you. Go stream Kacy's music wherever you stream music, and
I'll see you at the fucking gym, bro.
See you at the gym, but don't talk to me.
You got it.
Okay.
Thanks, Kacy.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
How the night feels soft. I'll always wait for you to know. Does it need to be forever, baby? To mean something to me. Better bet honest feels right. Should be close, and I'm feeling you're stressed. You don't want me to know. Wanna be something to me.